Peace, my family, and we're all back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all and get healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right. And that good 9 mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up. That's right. In your higher natures. And most definitely cleansing. Okay. Cleansing the lows. Came on here today to express, right? Again, what's up? You know, you gotta learn to love who you are. Every part of you. And this means so much. Because guess what? For so long, we have hidden our crowns. And it's time to let your crown shine. Now, of course, I'm not just speaking on hair. But I will say, you must understand who you are. And you must get to it into the right knowledge. So again, you can begin to understand what's been hidden from you for so long. Why they hide everything. And why you really don't know quite who you are. And you've been searching your whole life. Your whole life for the truth. Who am I? Right. Well, guess what, family? The Most High sent help, right? And that help, family, in these days and times, is our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Again, he's here to bring you the truth of it all. And again, you must have an open mind, right? That open mind is going to help you along the way, okay? Because again, the universes are boundless. You think you know everything? You think you know everything? Guess what? We know nothing compared to the boundless universes. So why not sit back, take out the books, take out the tools, and learn, right? Because that's what this is all about. All this is about is learning who you are, accepting who you are, and being who you are. Fears aside, being fearless, being what the Most High has made you to be. All right. And that comes with acceptance. We must understand that in order to do that, though, again, like I said before, we must strip it all away. Strip everything that you think that you are and start over just like a baby. You understand? And once you begin to really just check out, get spiritually fed with the right knowledge, get on and get into it, that good reading. Man, oh man, you begin to feed your soul. You begin to feed your soul what it needs, the nourishment, and it begins to pour out. And you begin to release. You begin to cry. You begin to go and see that you've been lied to your whole life. And again, for the people that feel as if, it's not that deep, right? Guess what? That is so far from the truth, right? Because again, family, everything that we've been taught from childhood, there's always something more to it, right? We have to learn how to understand what we've been taught about the world and begin to start over again. Remember, family, this is just the beginning, right? And again, family, listen to me. You listening? I'm just saying, because, family, once you begin to understand our true history, and you begin to renew it, you begin to understand what's going on here on this planet, oh man, it gets deeper. And so when I say it gets deeper, it's boundless. And when you begin to think on that soul essence of who you are, on that real you of who you are, and not moving on just that body and what we see in that fleshly part of us that we are working on, and moving less on each and every day, moving on, fighting for your soul and not losing it at the same time. Remember, family, you can always turn around, even how far you've gone in the wrong direction. You can always turn around and go in the right direction, right? Back to the Most High. That's what this is about. You ready? You ready to get back to the Most High? You ready to get back in your position of who He told you who you are and who you really are? You understand what that means? Do you understand that it's responsibilities to that? You understand that you got to begin to learn how to work on your being, and again, get away from things that are not good for you. You know that are not healthy for you. Again, it's patience with that process, because we've been taught our whole lives. We've been taught our whole lives a lie. We've been taught our own lives, our whole lives, a healthy way of being. And again, we got to start moving healthy again. We got to start feeding our soul, feeding our spirits, feeding our mind, feeding our spirits health, and begin to heal again. That's what this is about. This is about ascension, right? Getting back to the Most High. How are you going to do that if you're not healing? And again, you have to learn how to forgive everything that you've ever done in your life that was for the worst to you, right? Everything that has happened to you, good or bad, you have to forgive yourself for everything. It's real, family. You got to forgive. You got to let go. Regardless. If it went real bad, right? Whatever situation that you ever transpired in your life, whatever that is, we gotta learn how to forgive ourselves, and forgive others. Because again, people know not what they do, right? So again, we're all just people, right? You know? And people are sick. Some people are, right? And yeah, we sick, right? We all have to get to that point where we're ill and we must heal, right? But again, we have to begin to use our brain, begin to use our mind to make better decisions for our well-being, regardless of how, we feel about things. Because again, we got to learn balance with that. Because we got to begin to make logical decisions as far as how we move with things, and not get so attached to people, places, and things. So attached to the world. And we must learn to detach from it all. It's only for your highest good, right? Because we understand what this place is. It's remiss. It's a trap. It's a prison. And to break away, you must go within. To break away, you must learn to be centered. You must get to the center. Get to the axis, right? And the axis is our master teacher, Dr. Malachi year ago. That you need to get to the next realm, right? To the higher realm. Moving on up, back into the heavens and Malachi. I know people may not know what I'm talking about, but if you were to check out the holy tablets, you'll begin to see for yourself what I'm talking about. Because right now we're in the realm of the mortals, Nasat, the abode of the mortals, the material plane. And to get up out where people are talking about, the 4D and the 5D and so on, right? You got work to do here It's levels, right? And you can't move to the next level without putting in that work on the first, in the 3D, 1, 2, and 3. On the first couple levels, right? You got to put in that work. And again, how you move out of here is you got to eliminate desire of this world. That's what it is. And so, that's what life's about. So many wants and desires they put out to think that this is what you want. This is what you want out of life. This is what you want to do. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing this. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing that. But people don't realize that if they study the scriptures and the ancient tablets and things like that, you'll realize that your purpose here is to get back to the Most High. That's it. Yes, while you're here, you must choose a job that, of course, you're interested in, or something that you can do, okay, to take care of yourself, or, of course, start your own, get your own business. That's at its top of the pyramid. Have your own, right? Be self-sufficient, of course. But it's levels, right? So, again, whatever position you might be financially, whatever position that is, it's about working toward those things so you can be in a better position for you. And so, again, it's about understanding that we got work to do within ourselves. And once you begin to put in that work, because, again, family, I put in my work, did what I need to do, and I'm still working, right? There's always work to do. There's always so much more you can learn, so much more you can grow and develop, right? But, again, you have to understand that now it looks like where I'm at now is that I am in a position where I can help others, and that's what I'm told to do, right? So that's what I'm going to do, right? One moment. Because remember, family, you are not this body. So whatever you look like, it's beautiful. You are not your body. The essence of you is boundless. So, remember that as you begin to understand more of who you are and where you really come from and how the Most High has created you. And so, remember, this is a gift. Life is a gift. Existence is a gift. You must understand not to take it for granted. You must understand that there is a way back to where you were in the heavens, right? And I know everybody, feels as if they know the way back. But let me just tell y'all, when people think that it is, it's not. And what it really is, and you really want to know the truth, that's what our math teacher has come to bring to help us get back to the Most High. Get back in the right direction. And so, all of the monolithic religions was being taught, right, to us, for us to go through those different schools to understand, again, where they came from, the history behind them, and what they are. So, it's always good to check that out, right? But as you get further into the true essence of who you are, you get back toward Egypt, mystery schools, and you learn the ancient texts, where it all came from. The holy tablets will help you out there. Begin to understand that we are children of the Netherroot, children of the Anunnaki, children of the Elohim, Cosmosians. Again, so much more. And so, to gain back and get back yourself into position as a supreme being, as you are appointed, and you once were when you're falling down to the earth. And we must learn the lesser, right? And so, the grading mystery schools are for you also to learn to get back to where you need to be. And once you learn the lesser mystery schools, which is the religions and things like that, you learn that. But don't get attached to it, because the true science of who we are is Nuwapu, the science of the Netherroot. Begin to know the science and begin to understand more of the universe. The universe is, and where we really come from in the cosmos, going back to the stars, where we once were, right? So it's very important to understand, how'd you get here? Why are you here? What you gotta do? You must listen, right? Sounds simple, right? You must listen, you must learn, and you must read. And again, you see how that works? All these distractions are set up so you don't remember the Most High. You don't remember your Creator. You don't remember who you are. You don't question who you are. And you don't question things. You don't question people. You don't question anything. You just go along with what the world says, and mainly the Master says, and what they say about whatever, which, again, can lead you astray. You must go with the messages from the Most High, the messengers from the Most High, the noble prophets that were sent from the Most High. They're going to help you get down and get on the right path, the straight and narrow. Sounds simple, right? Oh yeah. But it comes that other part, and that's that flesh that wants to hold you back. That flesh wants to hold you back. The fleshy part of you that is so attached to the world and what I want and what I desire and what I think it is, and my, what I think it is, right? Because that's what it gets down to. It's what you think it is. But do you know? Because the Most High tells the prophets what they need to know and what you need to know to relay them the message to us. And it's very important for you to know, not to believe, not I think. It's for you to know. So then you will have comfort in that when the time comes, when you transcend on, right? You will have comfort. You won't be afraid. You won't be afraid to die, right? You'll understand what these rooms are about. You understand what you came here to do and what you're supposed to do while you're here in this lifetime. Understand that it's very important for you to know who you are. And it's very important that you get your information from a messenger of the Most High. Not from beings that, think that they're the Most High, or beings that think that they just know a thing or two. I'm talking about messengers from the Most High. And Most High sends messengers from the Most High, messengers from the Most High with proof in scriptures. And yeah, people can sit here and say up and down, yeah, it's been tampered with, of course. And it's not the real, untampered with message or scribe or scroll or tablet, things like that. But y'all gotta remember something. Y'all gotta remember. That's why it's so important to do your studies. That's why it's so important to, translate it back into its original language so you can understand where you at and what you do understand and what you don't understand. And as you begin to understand first what we've been taught our whole lives and begin to put the pieces of the puzzles together, you get back to where you need to be. And that's the science of the Nadaru, Nuwapu. Once you get there and understand that it's many sciences and it's many things that you must understand, because spiritually you have to break away from the physical world and get back to the real you. And once you begin to do that, break away, right? No looking back. Moving the tides. This is how I did it, right? You have to break away from that stuff. You have to be well studied. You have to show yourself approved. You have to be studied. You must read, family. And I know that's what the tricks are. They don't want people to read. And they made it so where people don't even like to read. But let me just say, when I was on this journey, I did not like to read just random books. I wanted to read something that was going to help me along my journey. I wanted something that was going to help me in life before I even woke up to the right knowledge. This right here woke me right on up. And I just want to know more and more. And so it led me down the path. And again, by listening to our master teacher, Dr. Malachi Jericho, he tells you everything you need to know. You just gotta take it all in. He tells you everything you need to know in books and scrolls and videos. He gives you everything you need, broken all the way down for you. But it's up to you to decide if you're going to take the time to do it. If it's that important to you to understand who you are. And again, let me tell you this. He moves only on truth, not lies. Truth. And if you want to know the truth about this realm, you want to know the truth about this world, you want to know the truth about you, you want to know the truth about the balanced universe, you want to know the truth about a lot of different things that you may question in your head all the time. You want to know? Do you really want to know? Well, guess what? It's here. Been here. For sure. So that's why we must understand, put our feelings aside, realize that we've been duped, realize that we've been tricked, realize that we've been lied to. Of course, you're going to feel some type of way. Of course, I felt some type of way. I was mad, you know. But once I released all of that, then you got back to being taught. And once you begin to really sit back and be willing to be taught, oh man, you're on your way up. On the way up. You're on the way up. On the way up. For sure. And guess what? Let me just tell y'all. Oh man, the grass is greener on the other side. And I didn't see the other side. The Most High showed me certain things. And I'm just here to tell y'all testimony and reasons that it is another side. It is a higher life to this. I have been taken up. It is another side to this. Just letting y'all know. Of course, you don't have to believe me. Of course, you need to have your own experiences, right? Well, guess what? Through time, the Most High begin to show you too, if you're sincere, if you are sincere, if you're honest with yourself, if you really want to know, through time, the Most High will show you so many different things that you can no longer deny. And that's again with patience and time and so much love. So much love with yourself, so much love you want to give others, right? And you will be tested, for sure. But yeah, all of it is a part of the journey, and it's a beautiful thing. So, I'm going to leave it at that for now, y'all. Again, if you have any questions, you leave it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. Again, family, this is to uplift you. This is to also let you know that we out here. It's few of us out here that have had these experiences, and they may not be online, but just know that you are not alone, and know that we out here, and we are here to help each other experience and move toward the great event. All right, now, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you have any questions, again, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note, family, hope you all know that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread the love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release. Our master teacher, Dr. Malachi. Peace, shalom, Hashuk, divine love, family, and Wadu. And it's